If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
Brown, yellow works for warriors, starting with the shoulders, Juggernaut Pauldrons, Burning Throne, Mythic. The Mother of Night, 7% on the drop rate for those really cool looking shoulders from Legion. Now we're going to go to current xpac, Castle Nathria, Mythic, Artificer Zymox is the boss, breastplate of Cautious Calculations. The belt is also from a tier in Legion, but a different tier. This is Tomb of Sargeras. As you can see where it drops, also the Auction House, Girdle of Crumbling Sanctum, pretty decent drop rate, 7%. It's a couple of lookalikes on that, so check Wowhead. The legs, Endlessly Gluttonous Greaves, Castle Nathria Mythic, Hungering Destroyers, and you got about a 5% drop rate on those legs, part of the same drop set from Mythic Castle Nathria as the chest, and the feet are part of the same tier set from Tomb of Sargeras for warriors. That, of course, is from Legion. That cape goes epically with this. The wrist is Castle Nathria. You could also go with the gloves from either the Tomb of Sargeras or the Antares, or even the Castle Nathria tier. The back is Dread Sentinel's Crimson Cloak, Revendreth. That's part of the Venthyr campaign, so you got to be a Venthyr warrior to get that cool looking brown cape, but there's other brown capes in the game. The helm, Dragon Soul, Warmaster Blackhorn, 18% on the drop rate. And the weapon, Prideful Gladiator, Slicer. If you hoard, you gotta go. Grievous. The shoulders are coming out of Castle Nathria. Boss, Hungering Destroyers, 7% on the drop rate for the epaulets of Overwhelming Force. Yep, definitely warrior shoulders there. The chest, Glory of the Defender from one of the often forgotten raids, Hyjal Summit. Asgalar is the boss, 28% on the drop rate. Now we're going back to Castle Nathria for the belt. If you are still having trouble getting this belt, you could always use the belt that drops for plate from, I believe it's Heart of Fear regular mode. It's got a burgundy reddish look to it. It's more plain than this, but it'll work. It'll work until you get this one. Endlessly Gluttonous Greaves, Castle Nathria, Hungering Destroyer, 5% on the drop rate. Part of the same tier as the shoulders in the belt. The feet, Violet Hold, Wrath of the Lich King version, Zoramat the Obliterator, sounds like a warrior himself, 22% on the drop rate for those burgundy boots. The wrists here are Ulduar, Cache of Winter, 12% drop rate for the Bitter Cold Arm Guards. So that's a really cool looking tier, Ulduar, across the board for most of the classes. Mantles of Manifest Sins. It's the back piece out of Castle Nathria regular mode. The helm, Dragonsteel faceplate, also out of Ulduar. Razor Scale is the boss, 18% on the drop rate for that piece. And the weapon, straight out of Blackwing Lair, old school WoW. Green and black works really well here. The shoulders, Darkfallen shoulder plates, Siege of Orgrimmar, LFR, Sun Tenderheart, 15% on the drop rate for that tier from Mop. Next up, we're going to go to one of my favorite xpacs, Warlords of Draenor the Fun. From the WoD PvP vendor, Primal Gladiators plate, breastplate, 3 marks of honor exactly to pick that up. The Hort's one is a little bit different, so I might not go with this set, just to keep that in mind. Ashen Wool Girdle, Siege of Orgrimmar LFR, Earthbreaker Harem, 15% on the drop rate for the belt. From the same tier as the shoulders, the legs from the same tier as the chest. WoD PvP vendor, Primal Gladiators, leg plates, 3 marks of honor. Keep in mind, we're showing the alliance pieces here. The Horde is, I think, got a little bit of a grayish hue to it, so it might not go, that reddish hue, I should say, so it might not go with this set. Feet, rather simple. The Nexus, Worm Skull Sabotage, you can buy it on the auction house. And I do believe that the gloves are part of the Worm Skull set as well. They're called gauntlets, though. The Nexus, same place if you want to farm it, or you can buy it on the auction house. Probably the best way to go there. Now we have a Nightborn dude showing the Gilded Thorian Cloak out of Karazhan, Terrestrial Nullhoof, 17% on the drop rate. One of the most overused cloaks in Xbox by me. Tomb of Sargeras Heroic for the headpiece, that's a Paladin recolor. And the final piece is the weapon. Cata PvP vendor, 5 marks of honor. Right about now, I can hear people reaching for their keyboard. Reaching for it. Clanking on it. That's not a warrior set. Yeah, I know it's not a warrior set. It doesn't exactly fit the whole fantasy of warrior. I get it, but I like the set. And sometimes warriors don't want to look like warriors. Now, I don't know if you're looking like a DK or a paladin, but I really, really like this set because it's very unique. It really is. You kind of look like some kind of superhero. You really do. Some kind of superhero from the tundra somewhere. So I love this look. So you got to be Night Fae because the legs are Winterborn Greaves and the shoulders, not the shoulders, the chest piece is from that same set from the Night Fae campaign. The belt's easy to get. That's Throne of Thunder. The feet are easily purchased. So this is pretty easy to get, especially if you're Night Fae so far. Actually, across the board. These pieces are very, very... Oh, you got to be Alliance to get that cape too, by the way. But there's other blue capes in the game. Wristplate of the Wretched, Hellfire Citadel, Shadow Lord Iskar. Those are bracers, and they look pretty epic here. Next up, we've got a Lady Blood Elf, and she's showing off the back, which is the Royal Blue Cloak. Yes, I know, it's Alliance only. But there are other blue cloaks that you could use. Quite a few of them, actually. Mayhem Projection Goggles, BC level engineering. That's super easy to get. And the weapon, Everlasting Boneforge Great Axe Maldraxxus Blackhound Cash. If you're thinking that this set looks familiar, that would be right on target. You are correct. But I made a few changes here. In the past, I think it was the Hero's Breastplate and the Hero's Leggings that I used. I changed it up this time, and we pulled something straight out of the Valor Quartermaster and Orgrimmar and Stormwind. 355 gold for the chest, and also I do believe you could get the legs for gold as well. But if you don't want to buy them, you could always farm them out of a place called Dragon Soul, and that's not exactly a difficult get. Dragon Soul's kind of quick and easy to do. The belt is from your garrison, as well as the boots, by the way. But the legs, yeah, so I can't pronounce his name. I'm tired. I can't read right now. He just doesn't sleep. The boss that can't sleep. The feet are the Blackrock Greaves, which are from your WoD garrison, the Warmill, Dwarven Bunker, 50 Iron Horde scraps to pick up the feet. As I said earlier, the belt as well as Iron Horde scraps. That cape looks epic, by the way. The wrists are the Hellhound Cuffs, which are Castle Nathria, Huntsman, Altamore. About an 8% drop rate for those bracers. Next up, we have the back piece, which is the Dread Sentinel's Burnished Cloak. That would be Revendreth, the Venthyr campaign. That's so you got to be Venthyr to get that. Lava Dipped, Great Helm, Blackrock Foundry, Mythic, Heart of the Mountain, 20% drop rate on the headpiece, and the weapon, Black Hand, and it looks epic. And the shoulders are going to start us off as they always do. One thing that's consistent with every Xmog video, they all start off with the shoulders. Sinful Gladiators, Plates, Shoulders. Oribos, Shadowlands PvP vendor. Simple enough. Narsong Chest Guard, Crassuring Wilds. Of course, this is from Mop area, the Mantid. The Mantid is a quest reward, just so you know. And the belt is a PvP piece from Mop. Tyrannical Gladiator's Girdle of Accuracy, Mop PvP vendor. That's Alliance only. The Horde, I think, is a different color. So keep that in mind. The legs, Narsong Leg Plates, Crassuring Wilds, another quest reward applied directly to the forehead as the Horde facepalm. Why doesn't he make Horde Transmogs? Anyway, the feet, Sinful Gladiators Plate War Boots, Oribos, Shadowlands PvP vendor. Conquest points eventually. Maybe honor points, and eventually probably just marks of honor, depending on when you're watching the video. The wrist, Hellhound Cuffs, Castle Nathria, Mythic, Huntsman, Altamore, 7% on the drop rate for those bracers. I didn't put up a cloak here, in case you notice, basically because I thought it looked better without one, but if you want a cloak, you could go with the Gilded Thorian Cloak. That'll work. The tabard is super easy to get, Burning Crusade tabard. The helm, Crown of the Forgotten Kings. Utgard, Pinnacle, King, Yereman, decent drop rate, but it's a dungeon, it's spammable, and the weapon, Malevolent Gladiator's Decapitator, Mop PvP vendor, Marks of Honor. Thanks for watching. My name is Luxeley. Leave a like for the Warriors, and also for the fact that it's cheaper than sending money through Patreon. My name is Luxeley. Whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or night, make your day just epic.